Come in. The show's about to begin. Tonight we have the amazing drummer J4mod, all the way from Houston, Texas. So let's go. Here on YenYorkCity, live on Twitch, J4mod. Let's go. Ooh. What's up, everyone? Welcome in. We are live from New York City. This is Jens, and I have my co-host here, Luna Satori. What is up? So tonight we have a drummer, guys. A drummer! And you know, this is the first drummer of 2021. And so I'm excited because, you know, drummers are like my fave, and it's like no surprise because I've had a lot of drummers on the podcast last year in 2020, but this year, this is our first live drummer from Twitch. He's from Houston, Texas, and he's really lit, okay? He's really lit. He has an amazing community. Everyone's been asking, like, when you gonna get that J4mod on the podcast, because you know we want to get to know him better. We want to like dive into more of what makes him amazing and awesome. And yeah, his community is super fun, super lit, and I hope you guys are coming in. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Miss Click Drums. We got Dun Dun. What's up, Dun Dun? Making money coming in. Hey, honey. And of course, Luna Story. How are you, Luna?
I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, we're all doing it. We're all hanging in there. You know, it's Monday, but you know, we love Mondays because why? Because that's when YenYorkCity has the most amazing Twitch streamers, musicians, and awesome drummers like J4mod. So without further ado, let me just bring them on in so you guys can see what I'm telling you about. So J4mod, are you ready? Are you ready for me?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's go. Here's J4mod live on YenYorkCity. And there he is!
Hello.
What's
How are you guys?
up? How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain.
Oh yeah, guys, we also have a very special announcement. So you guys are gonna have to wait till the very end to get this very big news that we got going on. J4mod got some big news, and we gotta wait. We gotta let it simmer so you guys could like stick around. You know what I mean? Plus, I mean, you want to stick around to get to know this amazing drummer here on Twitch and also his story. So, J4.
Yes.
How you feeling?
Feeling good. Today was a pretty chill day. I didn't do much. I practiced, but that's about it.
Practice is always good.
Yeah.
So, you're from Houston, Texas?
Yes, I am born and raised Houston,
Ooh.
Texas. Yeah.
So how is that like? Because
It's
everything's
pretty cool.
bigger. Everything's bigger in Texas, right? That's what I hear.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger. A lot bigger. The music scene here it's okay. It's not the best. It's better than a lot of places, but I make do with what I get.
Wow. So how did you start on Twitch? I mean, when did you hear about Twitch and start actually playing drums? Last year, or was it before last year?
I started Twitch in 2018.
Okay.
And so how that worked was I used to do IT for a company, and one of the managers was like, "Hey man, you should stream on Twitch." And I looked at him. I was like, "What is Twitch? What is that?" It's like, "Oh man, you should really do it. It's a gaming platform, but you can stream your drums on there. I think it'll be really cool." And I said, "Okay, well I'll check it out." So I checked it out, and it was to me at first. But what made me do it was the fact that I gig out here in Houston, and with gigging out here in Houston with musicians my age, they don't really take, I guess, their craft too seriously, and I didn't like that. So I wanted to do something to where I had control over it, and I can build it myself, and I didn't have to depend on anybody else to help me, build it. So what I mean by that is I would do gigs like at House of Blues, and then the bass player would show up like 30 minutes into the set. So and stuff like that, I couldn't do it. That infuriated me. So I decided to go to Twitch and set up a rig and just play.
Hey, if people aren't going to take it seriously, I'm just going to take it seriously somewhere else.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. So 2018. So a lot of people start with games. Do you have any gaming streams on Twitch also, or are you just strictly drums
No,
from the very
strictly
beginning?
music. Right. Yeah, I don't want to do any gaming. I just want to play music.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good. So I know Luna was helping you out earlier today for the setup. I know you guys are drummers. So what is it that makes you love the drums so much that you started playing it, and what age did you start playing the drums?
All right, so I started playing the drums at the age of 3. I pots and pans like everybody else says, but I
Like
really did play pots and
Luna
pans.
started at 3 too.
Oh yeah, 3 years old, and my dad's a drummer, so he kind of got me into it. And the
It
day
runs
I
in the
knew,
family.
right, the day I knew I wanted to play drums, I was riding a car with him. I think I was like 5, I believe, and I grew up in the gospel realm, I guess, and I was listening to this track that he was playing. And I noticed it was weird that I knew exactly when the drummer was going to hit the snare. I thought that was really weird. I'm like, how do I know this? Like I just
Like
know it.
intuitively, you had the music in you already.
Exactly. So I told my dad, I said, "Hey, Dad, I know when he's hitting the snare. Why is that? Why is that?" He's like, "Man, you might be a drummer." So at that point, I grew up in church and everything, and so I would go to the church house and then just shed out. And then my dad had a Pearl. I think it was like a 8-piece kit. It was white. I still remember it. And every Saturday morning or whatever morning I got, I would go downstairs, turn on the record player, and then just play to the records at the age of like 5 and 6, just trying to hash it out and go from there. So.
Do you still do a lot of shedding?
Oh yeah, at the house, yeah.
Yeah, people come over and just jam out.
Oh well, not that, but as far as like practicing on my own, yeah. I've never been a big gospel chop shed type deal. I've been to them, of course, but I'm not really too big on that. My main thing is pocket, so I can step out if I want to step out, but it's mainly pocket.
Gotta keep that groove.
Yeah, pocket pays the bills, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. So I guess I would say that you had that gift from a very young age, and then you just started getting more skillful as you started learning. But what you told us just now, that really was like hearing the music. You already was feeling the music from a very young age. So you had that in you. I mean, I believe that. I believe my mom used to always say, you always liked dancing since you were a little girl. You loved music, and you just knew when the beat would like drop. You know what I mean? Like when you're a little girl.
Yeah.
So
It's weird.
I think it's something that you do have in the blood sometimes. It's like a gift from God or something. So you heard it,
Exactly.
and then you started getting. So you played in church.
Yeah, played in church at the age. I think my first church gig was I think I want to say 10 when I was 10 years old.
Your first
That was
gig.
the first gig in church. Played that and then just kept going from there. My family, my dad's side, has a church on the north side of Houston, and naturally I was able to go in there and just start, playing. But I kind of went from there, played there, then started playing in mega churches, and then start playing different club gigs, and I toured once, but it wasn't like your typical tour. Like we kind of toured and recorded an album at the same time in D-Land, Florida. So we had a house there and we stayed there for like 6 months. And between those 6 months, we went up to the studio, recorded, went down to Atlanta, played gigs, went down to New York to record labels and tried to submit our stuff there. It was a pretty interesting experience, but nonetheless, it was great.
It was more of a business trip than anything.
Pretty much, yeah.
So you know what I'm gonna ask you, right? I'm gonna ask you, what was your favorite city to play?
Favorite city to play would be New York. Yeah, New York.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right,
New York
good
was
answer.
nice.
That was
Yeah.
the answer I was looking for. I was like, okay, is he gonna say New York?
No, it's so many talented musicians. Like even at night when we went out just to look around, I forget the name of the club. There's this club in New York that's like underground, and they got guys playing like upside basses, and drummers just nasty with it, and just it was great. I was in heaven.
There's a lot of those like downstairs like basement clubs and stuff that's in New York. I think it was like there's one called like the Red Room. It was really nice.
Yeah.
And it's very narrow, and like the stairway is very narrow. So like dragging your drums down, it's like
Yeah,
going
exactly.
through a little alley. You get
That's the
there and
one
you're like,
thing-
oh, there's a house kit, and you're like, what?
Right, yeah. That's the one thing I hate about, the only thing I hate about playing drums is lugging drums to a gig. I cannot stand it. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Raina Vandal and the Goose Chase? Welcome in. Thanks for coming in. We got J4mod tonight, a drummer from Houston, Texas, and so he's telling us his first experience touring. So you played in Atlanta. That's another. I've been to Atlanta. Atlanta is really cool. How was the
Yeah,
scene
Atlanta's nice.
there?
It was really good. The music scene in Atlanta is really
poppin',
nice.
right?
A lot of, oh yeah, oh for sure, yeah, for sure. There's so many talented people. I mean, everyone loves music. Everyone loves to dance. It's just a great time.
Wow. So what are your plans now that you started on Twitch? Do you have any collabs in the works, or do you feel like you're gonna be able to do something like that, but online more, like you used to do? Because now you can't really tour. So, do you have a
Right.
band right now that you're still creating music with on behind the scenes?
No, all I do is Twitch. Honestly, I don't play anywhere else right now since COVID. It's up Twitch. So, but my plans for Twitch, hopefully to collab with anybody who wants to collab. I really wanna. The reason why I started streaming on Twitch is because I can get a more of a massive audience, and I want to get endorsed. So I want to be endorsed by DW, Vader Sticks, Mino Symbols, and Evans Heads, and hopefully Twitch can allow me to do that, but we'll see. So kind of just experimenting right now.
So is anyone that you really like in particular? This is your time to shout out somebody or say, hey, you never know if they're watching, or who are the musicians on Twitch that you really like and follow and have connections with, that you feel like, hey, hit me up if you ever want a drummer to collab with?
I don't know many, honestly. I know Jersh, he's a guitar player. I would love to do something with him. I can't think of anybody else. I mean, there's rappers out there. I love playing behind hip hop because I like.
Goose knows who you're talking about.
Oh, really? Cool. Yeah, I like playing behind hip hop too, like the Dapper Rapper. I would love to do something with him
Oh yeah,
and
he's hype.
stuff like that. So yeah, yeah. But other than that, I don't really know. I'm hoping I can go to TwitchCon and just see who's all out there, because it's kind of hard to see on Twitch, really, unless you just really just look and they just come up to you, you just run into them. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, the drumming community is really tight on Twitch. Like you'll see drummers are all in each other's streams, so it's a pretty close community here on Twitch with all the music, with all the musicians. But yeah, drummers especially, I've noticed, are very, very tight with each other. Yeah, I know. The Dapper Rapper, he's like crazy. Like he could just rap to anything people are saying in chat. That's him, right?
Right. Yeah. You put a word, any word in there, and he include it in his raps. Yeah. He's dope.
He's just very flowy. He's just like he's that kind of rapper. Yeah, he's really
right.
cool.
He's out of Miami, 305. So. Yeah.
So, what are your top influences in music, and what are your favorite genres?
Top influences meaning like artists?
Yeah.
That's a hard one. Pretty much, I would say Corey Henry inspires me. Corey Wong inspires me. But Sean Mitchell, you guys might not know him. He's a gospel artist. He inspires me. John Mayer. Coldplay, so many people. Anybody who just it's just so many people to name. Some of my favorite genres are gospel, funk, hip hop, R&B, experimental. I like jazz. I like alternative rock, and anything that grooves. Like I say on my stream, if it grooves, then I'm down for it. So.
Oh yeah. And I noticed in your streams you have a very good mix and diversity in your playlist. Like I see people putting in all kinds of tunes in there. So if you like that kind of stuff, like I like when there's diversity, because there's songs you find that you're like, oh, well, if you're always hanging out in like a metal streamer or somebody that's just constantly playing a certain genre, then you might miss out on a type of song or a band or an artist that you start feeling like, oh, this is really awesome. Who is this? So I noticed in your community, it's very much like that. And it's very fun. It's always like very chatty too in there. So yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I always say if you play the same genre, you never grow. And I'm all about growing on the kid. So if I can learn something from one genre and apply it to another genre, then I kind of just revamp that said genre, because I'm not playing the basic, not basic, but the normal rock beat, or I'm not playing the normal, I don't know, hip hop beat or whatever. I'm kind of just taking from what I've learned in other areas and then applying it to that genre and then putting me on top of that. And so it's
like a fusion in a sense.
Yeah.
Combining the genres and play styles. Do you play other instruments outside of drumming?
Yeah, I play the piano.
The piano.
Oh, that's nice. So are we ever going to see a piano stream from J4mod?
Everyone asks that. I don't know. I really want to just push this drumming. I've been playing piano for about, I want to say 11 years.
Wow.
And so I played in my wedding for my now wife, and she cried and everything, and everyone loved it. So maybe one day, I don't know. Maybe.
Now you have to.
Right.
Now you
when
can
was
put
the
it
wedding?
out there.
The wedding was when was the wedding? The wedding was October 18th of last year.
Oh, congratulations, newlyweds.
Yeah, you are newlyweds. Wow, I didn't know. I didn't know it was like last year.
Oh yeah, last year. Yeah, we've been engaged since 18, September of 18. I took her to Mexico and proposed inside of a cenote. That's what they call it. And
Got all fancy.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Don't mess around.
No. I try not to. But it was fun. It was fun. We were supposed to get married back in June of last year, but COVID messed up everything.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. So you had a little ceremony?
No, it was about, I want to say at least 100 people there, I believe.
Wow.
So,
Wow, so you really celebrated.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Congrats, everybody! Congrats to J4mod. He's a newlywed with his wife.
So with your skills in playing piano and stuff, have you written any like original tunes and stuff?
Yeah, the song that I played for her was original. I wrote that. I wrote other songs. It just depends. Sometimes I just get on the piano and I just vibe out and then create something. What I want to do is I need to put it inside of a a DAW and try to put beats to it and put a bass line, more bass lines to it, and kind of actually produce it. But I'm so busy. I mean, I don't know, from doing Twitch to being an IT administrator for multiple companies to real estate to everything. I'm kind of just want to just focus
Time
on
is slim. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the one thing I want to just push is just drums, because I've always wanted to do it since I was a kid. So that's
So
just
you're living the dream now. You're doing what you love.
not yet, but hopefully so.
So what's your dream kit? Speaking of dreams, and what kind of kit are you playing right now on?
This kit is a Pearl EXR export series, and essentially, if for those of you who do not know, it's a hybrid kit. So the sounds that you hear on my stream are all coming from this module here, and I just have them triggered, each drum triggered, and it goes to here, and the cymbals are electronic cymbals and whatnot. And so
Is that a TD50?
yeah. I don't really care for electronic kits because the way they look, one, and the way that they feel, two. And I didn't want to soundproof this room because this room that I'm in is like my shop / IT room / stream room, so it's not much room in here. So yeah, this was the next best thing.
Are the heads like mesh or are they standard
Mesh.
heads? They're mesh.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Remo Silent Strokes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't tell. I was like, he's actually playing an acoustic, but then there's the electric on it, and I'm like, I don't know if the triggers are triggering off of the rims or.
Yeah, everyone always that's a hot topic or in the stream when new people come through to see like, what am I doing? Like, why do I see electronic cymbals in an acoustic kit? So it's kind of, even the snare is electronic. It's the Roland electronic snare. So
Oh, so it's really a hybrid.
oh yeah, it's really hybrid.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, all you gotta do is take out the mesh and put actual skins on them, and then you're solid.
exactly. Yep.
And what cymbals are you playing, like outside of the electronic stuff? What are your cymbals now that you have?
Oh, I play the what is it? The Mino. I can never say the word. It's like Byzance, I believe it is.
Byzance.
I play the Sabian. What is it? Triple AX or something like that. I'm bad with names when it comes to stuff. I just buy stuff that sounds good and I just play. So I've always been that way. I've never been like a geek when it comes to like drums. Streaming on Twitch is what kind of got me into really having to know what I'm playing, because a lot of people ask. But prior to Twitch, if it sounded good, I just worried about how I sounded playing on it. So that's the only thing that matters.
As long as it sounds good.
Exactly. So.
Well, Raina Van Dal really likes the hybrid setup, and he's a drummer too. And
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be on the podcast February 7th. He's right here behind me. So that's gonna be awesome. So if you guys are not following, give him a follow because he's super awesome too. And he's another drummer, so support our drummers here on Twitch. So what's your dream kit then? If you had, like, if it was up to you, if you would you said you're not that keen on electronic drum kits. So what's your dream kit then? What would it be? What would it look like?
It would be a DW. It just depends on, I mean, anyone really. They all sound good to me. The reason why I say DW is, I think about 5 or 6 years ago, I played at the Arena Theater here in Houston. And they gave me a back line, and they said, hey, what do you want? I'm like, really? It's like, yeah, what do you want? I'll get it for you. I'm like, oh, a DW kit? I got you.
You mean I could get anything I want?
Right. This was all new to me. So I was like, okay, a DW kit. It's like, I got you. So then I show up for rehearsal, and there's like this kit, and I don't know the name because I'm bad with names. But I knew it was DW, and it sounded amazing. Like that drum set sung that night. So DW for sure.
What are your favorite cymbals?
Cymbals, Mino. Yeah, I want to be endorsed by Mino. I'll
Okay.
take Sabian too, obviously, but Mino, I love Minos.
Those are your go-to. So what
Oh,
about
yeah,
sticks of choice, drumsticks?
Bader Fusion, only sticks I play. They're the
Are
perfect size for my hand. I play wood tip. I can't stand nylon. And the only sticks I play.
Is that a 5B or 5A?
It's in between.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Yep.
Luna, any questions for a fellow drummer?
What are your practice routines?
Practice routines. So what I do, I want to put this on YouTube too as well. I just get the pad out and I just go from different rudiments. And so I'll go through my singles, I'll go through my doubles, I'll go through my paradiddles, I'll go through my paradiddle-diddles, I'll go through my flam taps, I go through my inverted flam taps, I go through my flam drags, I go through so many rudiments. Like I have an actual routine that I do, and just to get my hands warm, and then I'll hop on the kit. With the kit, what I do is I practice pockets. So I want to be as on with the record as I most possibly can, and then on top of that, I'll practice my chops. So I'll like play like shedtracks.com. There's a website out here that has like gospel stuff and funk stuff, just vibey stuff in general, and I'll practice to that, and then that's pretty much all I do.
So all right, go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was gonna say like I was always like intrigued with like linear drumming, and that's pretty much what a lot of like the gospel drummers revolve around their style around, in a sense.
With the linear drumming, I told I think Scorpion about this, another streamer here on Twitch. He's a drummer. I didn't know what linear drummer was until he said it and Johnny Josh said it, and I mean I still really don't know what it. I think it's when you play each note, but you don't play something else with that note or something around.
Yeah, they're all individual hits. There's nothing hitting at the same time.
Right, and I was telling them that was literally the way I was brought up. Like that's how I learned how to play drums. I can't play drums any other way, I don't think, except that way. So that was new for me. I didn't know it was called linear drumming.
And then you get into flams, and then you're getting really close to outside of linear drumming.
Yeah.
So what's your top 5 drummers?
Ooh. Top 5 in no particular order. Calvin Rogers, Calvin Rogers, Rex Hardy Jr. I just had him in my head. Carter Beaufort, Larnell Lewis, and who could be my 5th? Oh, Chris Coleman.
Oh, okay.
Arnell's nasty.
Yeah. And most of the drummers I named, they're all gospel drummers, so, or grew up playing gospel, so.
So is that the genre or style that you are gonna start creating when because you create original music? So is that what we should look for? Like it's gonna be kind of gospel-y music?
Not really. With the music that I create is kind of just it's vibey.
Vibey.
I kind of when I play my chords, I'll chord, but I like to separate the notes. And it's not really a gospel feel. I'm not playing any like flat sevens or anything like that. It's kind of just vibing out to it,
I like that. Vibey. So what are the songs that you have planned for us tonight? What's the song that you're gonna play? The first song. It's one of your favorite songs, right?
Yeah. So in the stream, we've been on this Caribbean vibe. And I have one song. It's called it's by Sanctuary. It's called "Pick Me Up," and I guess I'll play that and jam out to that. I really like it. Those Caribbean songs they're fast, they're fun. You can get technical with them, and it's a good time.
You got a nice groove on them too.
Thank you.
All right, guys, are you ready? Are you gonna hype it up in chat for J4mod because he's about to play, and you're gonna see his magic and how amazing he is back there on the drums. So I want everyone. It doesn't matter if you have my emotes, his emotes. He has some cool emotes. We're gonna talk about those later. But if you guys are here, you know that everyone that gets on the show, if you are not familiar with the streamer, at least you can hype it up with the emotes I create every month for the guests. So we have a beautiful emote here created by Luna, and this one's, it says J4M for mod. And yeah, so those are really cool. So yeah, for the month you get
It also looks like jam.
it does. I like those. So those are all. See, we have Goose. We got Greer. There was the first guitarist this year. But yeah, you guys are all amazing. So you know, and also go to his streams and get to see how he really sounds. Because of course through Discord, it's not gonna. We were having a little bit of a thing going on with the sound. Well, hopefully it sounds better. But let us know. But yeah, he's gonna play. Well, what's the name of the song that you're gonna play for us? What's the name again?
It's called Pick Me Up.
Pick Me Up. All right, guys, let's get ready and hype it up in chat. J4mod here in YenYorkCity. Let's go.
Shy boy, I hope somebody come and pick me up. Hope somebody come and pick me up. Yeah, yeah. Hope somebody come and pick me up. What's the name? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hope somebody come and pick me up. Yeah, yeah. Somebody come and pick me up. Give me rum, give me vibes, a costume band and soca. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me ice, I guarantee that never sober. All I need is vitamin
there's a horse.
That was lit. That was so good. Wow, I love that. That was, I mean, how can you not move when you hear that beat? It's just, it grabs you and it picks you up, right? It's like the song says. It just gets you hyped.
It really does.
Thanks
Yeah.
everybody in the chat for hyping it up. Raina Vandell was digging it. Dun dun. I saw my dude Phoenix come in. Yeah, we got a lot of people enjoying the stream. And also, guys, if you have anybody any questions for our guy J4mod tonight, you know, put it in the chat and we'll be glad to ask him. This is your chance. This is your chance. Smashed it, fam.
I appreciate it.
So how long are your streams usually? And what's your schedule looking like now for 2021?
So my streams are usually 3 to 4 hours, more closer to the 4-hour mark. I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. CST. And so it's a good time, I think.
Yeah,
It's funny when we hear your drumming and then once you're done playing, it's like, oh my god, this guy's so like hype and stuff. And then like as soon as you start talking, it's like he's also really freaking chill.
for real. Yes, you are very chill.
He's got a very like ASMR like voice. When you talk, it's like soothing.
Oh, really? Yeah, usually I exert all my energy when I'm playing drums. So when I'm done, I'm like, and then too on my streams, I tend not to really just stop and talk. I just keep going and going and going and going and going because I love playing drums. So I just want to get. I don't know, drummers can relate to this, but when I start my stream, I'm nowhere near warm. Even if I warm up, I'm not there. I don't feel it yet. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just chasing that. I don't want to say high, but I'm chasing that feel to where I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. And so that's why I go back to back to back to back to back to back.
And also like having that break in between kind of like hinders the flow of playing.
Exactly, the flow of blood in your hand and everything. I just want to just keep going. And once I'm there, you know, I'm all ears. So
I'm not a big advocate in talking while playing either. I try not to as much as I can, unless I have to, but I don't.
Right. And my thing is, you know, sometimes, you know, a person will donate or sub or throw bits. And I just think it's rude to, like, you know, play someone's song that pay for the song. And you're like, oh, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. But no, that was la, 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 and la, la, la. And I'm like, that's.
You just get in the zone and don't interrupt me until I'm like done. Right.
Yeah, because I wanna show people, you know, my take on this music. Like I feel like you know, I have something to say and I wanna say it on drums. So
beautiful. I love that. So what's your goal for this year? What is it that you really want to achieve from Twitch? Because I know you're doing your original songs, and now with everything going on, what changed for you since the beginning of when you started streaming to now? What is the switch, or what is it that changed the most now, and what are you doing about the changes here on Twitch?
So what I want to accomplish on Twitch this year is I want to get partnered. I have a whiteboard right here in front of me saying that I want to make Twitch partner by my birthday.
When's your birthday?
Is July.
It might as well be a billboard. July 24th?
24th, yeah. Ooh. So I'm trying to push to do that, and I'm trying to, you know, get on social media more. I created a TikTok trying to get out there so people can see and come to the stream and have a good time and just kind of promote. I was kind of doing it before, but, you know, I really wasn't doing it. So I'm trying to really push it now and try to do a strong push until July 24th, and we'll see if it happens. So
we got to make it happen, chat. Everyone in the community, if you guys are not following J4mod, as you guys can see, he's hype, he's lit on the drums, he's crazy, awesome. So like if you're new to the stream, I'm here to tell you who to follow and who to go watch. And J4mod has a really nice community. He's he's hyping it up in chat too. Like he does talk a little bit in between songs, but like he said, when he's in the zone, he's in the zone. So, you know, when you request songs, you're gonna get your song, and it's gonna be 100% from this man. So that's one thing.
So everything you've been playing, have you been uploading it like on YouTube and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, not really YouTube. I want to do it on YouTube, but I got hit with so many copyright strikes. When I did it, I kind of just stopped. So with YouTube, now all I do is just do lessons. So I'm starting again, but every single week I post a drum rudiment. So like for this week, last week I did flam taps. This week I believe I'll do flam drags, and then we're getting to grandmas, and I just go down the list of all the rudiments that I know and just put them up. But everything else from TikTok to Twitter to Instagram, I post snippets or clips of the stream. And then now I told you guys earlier about shedtracks.com. So I bought a couple of those tracks, and I'm going to be shedding to them, you know, perfecting them, and then uploading them to, you know, the socials. And hopefully I can, you know, draw more of an audience. Some gospel stuff I'm really hyped to play, get back into that, and some vibey stuff, funky stuff. It just depends what they got or what they have.
Nice. Some goals to put out there. It's usually got like 5 months to hit that partnership. You got to get those videos out there.
Hey, man, it's a I like it. I mean, it's a goal. I really want to reach it, and I think I will. If I put enough work in, then I believe I'll make it.
You can do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, manifest
Put it into manifest. There you go. Put it into fruition.
Yeah.
He will. He's very intuitive too, so he knows and believes that he will hit partner when he says he's gonna hit partner. You're doing it. You're showing up. And how many streams a week are you giving us, like on Twitch?
3 streams. I want to do more, but on my off, because I stream 4 hours, so that's 12 hours a week. I figured that was kind of plenty for Twitch. So for everything else, I'm just working on other socials and stuff like that, and editing videos and recording videos and stuff like that. So
what days are your streaming days?
Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. CST.
There you go, everyone. You make sure you watch his streams when he's on.
So
Show
And I say we go
love.
right. I say we go 4 hours, but like I tell the chat, I mean, if everyone's in there vibing and liking it and chatting amongst each other, then I can play all night. You know, it's kind of how it is. I guess it's adrenaline or something like that. Me and CP were talking about that the other night when we played Call of Duty about that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think my longest was 8 hours that I played one night.
Yeah.
Because it's been a bit like since I played drums since the new year, and then I got on, and I'm like, I want to still play.
That's a long time.
Yeah, but
I was
that's
feeling
the
it.
thing. That's the thing. Like, I think J4mod is really smart, because if you overdo it, that's when you start getting injured. If you do too many long streams, so that's really smart. And you know, give yourself time in between, so you have Tuesday and Thursday, so you have a nice, you know, day to not stream and center yourself, and then Saturdays.
Yep, and then I get those 2 days to break out and, you know, heal, and then and then go at it again the next week. So it works out.
So TikTok, huh? How's that like? So what is it, music related too? Your TikToks?
Yeah, I'm just uploading just clips of the stream. Everyone says, hey, get a TikTok. I'm not too sure how, I don't know the algorithm or how it works, but I know the first 2 videos I put up, I got like 800 views, you know, on those 2 videos, and now they're like at 100, and some are like at 1. So I don't know what's going on with that, but with TikTok, I mean, it's essentially doing what everybody else is doing. I might try to like duet with, you know, somebody, a bass player, or I don't know. It just depends. Try to just get my name out there more. But I'm really
people like coming from over there to Twitch.
Yeah.
Like, has anyone said, hey, I found you on TikTok?
No, I just created it like last week, so it's fairly new. I only have 13 followers. Yeah, so
Yeah, because
Just have to build that.
it's been like a thing now that people are doing it more and more. So But yeah, YouTube. So YouTube, you have a YouTube,
Right.
right?
And we just reached over 100 subscribers. I wasn't putting time into it. My last video prior to the one last week was I think 3 months ago. But the thing is, with the rudiments and the lessons I was doing, I just felt like I was, redoing what's already been done. So I kind of just didn't put too much energy into it. But now, I mean, people text me and call me all the time and say, "Hey man, thanks, I learned how to do this and this from the video that you did." I'm like, "Really?" It's like, "Yeah man, keep them coming." I'm like, "Okay."
You'd be surprised. Like, there was a time where I loaded like a vlog, and then I went to like a beer festival thing, and then some random person shouted out my name, and I'm like, "Do I know you?" He was like, "I watch your vlogs." I'm like, "You do?" Like,
Right.
like, I don't think anybody actually watches this stuff, but okay, cool.
Exactly. You'd be surprised who watches you on the low. It's
Yeah.
it's pretty
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
But yeah, making YouTube videos is very tedious and time consuming, because like you're there, you're chopping it up, trying to make sure it looks good, looks right, have your graphics laid out and stuff like that, and making sure you're hitting those, like what they say, like call to actions, so that people can like follow you and subscribe and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it is a bit it's a day, I would say, to take out for YouTube.
Exactly. I always tell people, and I'm pretty sure people tell people this too as well, but being a content creator, that's a full-time job. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're doing like everything from the production of it to the editing to the actually making the content, and it's a lot of work.
And also, you have those days in between your streams where you can work on other things, like on your YouTube, on your videos, on your TikToks. So
Right. Well, I have to mesh it together with everything else that I do as well. I just don't do content creation. It can nowhere near pay the bills right now, but I squeeze it in to with everything else I do.
The side hustle.
Right. Yep.
So what was one of your experiences? I like asking this question. It's either like really funny or really a nightmare. What was your most memorable live gig experience? Whether it was like a nightmare, like things were like not functioning, or it was like your favorite. Like I know maybe certain gigs have those kind of moments, but what was your favorite and least favorite experience in your gigs? Because I know you've done tours and stuff.
So my most memorable and favorite gig I played was I opened up at the House of Blues for Slim Thug, and that was hype. Like it was really hype. Like the band I was with, we killed it that night. The drummer, the headline drummer for Slim Thug, I knew him. He was a good friend of mine, and it was just a good experience. It was my first time doing it, and adrenaline was pumping, and I was going for it. Like I was, I still remember like it was yesterday. I wanted to land every single beat and just be excellent that night, and it turned out well. So that's my most memorable experience on drums.
Oh, nice.
That sounds awesome. So,
Yeah,
that
nice.
was your favorite. What was your most
The worst.
Yeah, the worst, like a nightmare, like things that just went bad.
Like I want to go home and cry.
I played in I think it was in Orlando, Florida, when I toured. We were trying to promote this CD, and I played drums at this back in the day when they had I forget the name of the stores, but what they actually sold CDs. And I set up my kit in there, and the sound was horrible because the sound was bouncing off of every single wall. Everyone said we were too loud. We were new, so nobody really knew who we were. People were just passing us up. So one person would stop and say, "Hey, I like it." Other people just ignore us and everything like that. That was my least favorite gig I've ever played.
So it was an in-store, like a Sam Goody, or what was the other
Right.
one? Was one of those
In store, right next to the CDs. So it was me, a keyboard player, and the singer. And it was. I don't want to remember that or recall that. That was it was bad. It was bad. I mean, at that point, when you're so new and no one knows you and you're trying to put your music out there, it's like you feel like that. You don't feel like nobody. So, yeah.
So is your TikTok the same name as here?
Yeah, J4mod. Yeah.
And also
The
YouTube.
only one that's different is the YouTube, and that's because supposedly, I don't know how it works, but supposedly you have to have 100 subscribers to
Yeah.
have like
1,000.
YouTube. 1,000. Let me see,
Yeah,
change it.
1,000.
Dang it.
Yeah, they did. They changed it a few years ago. You have to have 1,000, and I think obviously the usual like duration of time having to be on there and upload periods and stuff like that. So
Oh, okay. I thought it was 100 because I would have had youtube.com/J4mod instead of that GEFU34765. Yeah, all that.
yeah, they changed it up. I don't know why, but they're weird.
Yeah.
So wait, what were you getting striked on though? Like I uploaded a whole bunch of different like YouTube drum cover videos of like a lot of like metal and rock stuff, cinematic music. I think I only got like one strike off of a Disney song.
And see,
Then-
that's
Was it
that's
Let
the
It Go or
thing.
something?
Yeah.
Oh my God, no.
I don't know what it was. I guess I don't know. Most of the songs that I play, you guys know I play pockets, so I kind of play as close to the songs as I can. Step out when I feel I should step out, and then come right back in. And I guess they could. I don't know. I guess I played it too close to the record or something. I really hated it because that was going to be the deal that I liked, just recording a full song and he's putting it up. And people do it all the time. I don't know how they get by. I don't get it.
Are they like popular?
Yeah, they're popular. Yeah.
That's probably why. Like a lot of those like big Warner Music BMI stuff, or BMI's not a label, but there's big corporation companies that run these
Right.
pop music, hip hop and R&B stuff. Those are the big ones that get flagged the most.
Yeah. I haven't
So like
tried
when you
it.
work with those
Yeah.
underground ones, I think those will probably let you slide a little bit, or like
Yeah.
EDM stuff will let you slide. Like you'll get hit with copyright, but it won't be a strike. It'll be like demonetized, and whatever monetization gets sent to the actual artist.
Oh,
So
okay. I mean, I might try it again. I know it came to a point to where I kept doing it, uploading, copyright strike. I'm like, oh, forget it.
and there's also a system in YouTube where you can type in the name of the artist and the song. It'll tell you like the infringement action that may occur
Oh,
before you record it. So like if you want to do like say Ariana Grande, right? And you type in the name of the song, and it'll say like cannot play, or banned from playing, or maybe banned for certain countries. Like those are kind of like the ruling of what they'll end up doing when they catch your video.
okay.
So
I'll look at it. I know I got discouraged. That was about a year ago when I was doing it, so I don't know. But it seems TikTok they don't do it. Instagram got a little bit lenient on it because I would put stuff up on Instagram and they will say this video has been taken down, copyright, blah blah blah. Even Twitter's locked out my account before for playing
yeah,
a song,
yeah.
and I'm like, okay.
that happened. It was a song for like that was picked up like 4 years ago or something.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Yeah, I've seen
Like, no
that.
one's scrolling to watch this now. What do you?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, I know. I felt bad because like for the Zen Fusion stream, I remember I uploaded it for YouTube, and it got striked, and then it was like banned from all countries because he played
Oh.
Rio from Toto. But
Oh.
that's a really popular song. Like, what's more popular
Yeah.
than that? That's like up there on like the most played song of all time, right? He was so good. That was such a good podcast too. But yeah, I got banned, and I was like, damn it. But yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
it be like that sometimes.
Yeah,
Oh
Zen,
yeah,
you-
it's
you could be
100. It's 100 for
It's 100. Yeah,
not
100 what?
1,000 for
100
YouTube.
subscribers to get the custom URL.
That's what I thought.
YouTube,
Okay,
yeah.
so I'll look into it and try to change it to J4mod.
Have an uploaded profile photo, have a banner, and be at least 30 days old. Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
So we're gonna move to the next song, and also chat. Is there any kind of request that you want J4mod to play? Let us know, or any questions so we can ask him in the other segment, in the next segment. And yeah, so the next song that you are thinking of playing, what's the next one?
Let's see. We can do. It's called Synchrony by Corey Wong. And this guy, people know Corey Wong. I didn't know him until I started streaming.
Corey's funky.
Oh man, dude,
So good.
That guy. Yeah, he's really good. So I'll play his deal.
All right then, so that's the next song, and let's get ready and hype it up in chat for J4mod, guys.
The Bachelor is.
Sorry, it's a you.
You gotta get that YouTube Prime, whatever.
Red YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube Red. Yeah.
Let's Garfield, what's
Get those
up?
ads out.
Back. Stream it live on ABC with YouTube
Stream it
TV.
live on a.
Writing's not
Yeah,
that
let's
easy.
go right into it.
Grammarly can help.
Is that two ads in one?
Grammatically correct.
Is that too loud?
Nah, it's good.
It's good. Okay.
Synchronicity.
I didn't
Wow.
want it to end. I wanted more.
That was so fun. Oh my god, that was so good. I remember last time I was in your stream, you played it, and I was like, I really like that one. I hope he plays it, and if he's not thinking of playing it, I will ask him to play it. And I didn't have to ask. You just played it, so it was perfection.
It's funky. I love it.
I definitely love that one. Hey, Maxie Drums in the chat, and Cookie, what's up? Welcome in, guys. And I saw Matt Scarfield in here too. Another drummer, 2 other amazing drummers here. You see, I got so many awesome drummers around me. How lucky am I? How lucky are we that we have all these amazing drummers supporting each other, loving it up on chat, and just going in each other's streams? I love that. That's love right there. A lot of love and support in the drum community. So, guys, we have J4mod here. So if you have any questions, any of the drummers, especially, drummers over here, if you guys want to talk about anything in particular and ask away. And then we're
What kind of headset are you using?
Oh, yeah, headset.
Oh, Audio Technica, what, MH something. It's in my panel. I forget. I'm not bad with names.
Well, he did tell us his favorite sticks.
Oh yeah, Fusions, all day.
And you guys know he has a hybrid drum kit in front of him, which is very rare. I don't see a lot of those.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was a thing until I actually started, trying to figure out how I was going to do it. I spoke with a guy. I get all my gear from Sweetwater, and so they give you when you buy so much stuff from Sweetwater, or if you buy in general, I believe, they give you a rep. And so whatever you buy, if you don't buy it through that rep will call you and say, hey, thanks for blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And so I asked him, I said, hey, man, I really don't like full electronic kits, plus they're expensive as heck. I want to do something kind of hybrid where I can just, trigger my sounds from a module. I said, where the Roland TD50 work, I know it's like the flagship or whatever you guys call it. It's like, oh, yeah, man, it'll work. I'm like, are you sure? It's like, yeah. So I don't have to buy the whole kit. It's like, no. I'm like, talk about the cymbals, the snare, and the module, and I'll be fine. It's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And so that's how that happened.
Was that like a bundle packet thing that they had?
No, the TD50 came by itself, and the cymbals I bought all separate too as well.
Oh. So I remember at one point they were doing like a bundle deal with the TD50.
I remember
Ride.
that.
Yeah.
Right. Now this is the they call it the the USB technology ride, and the
Yeah,
USB
that's the new one, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, those are fun. I have that on my kit. I just started getting into the electronic realm, so I'm like still noodling around with the sounds and trying to get it to like the sensitivity to work out well, because the sticks that I'm using is just way too heavy for the mesh pads, and I feel like I don't feel comfortable with them, so I want to get like lighter sticks.
Right.
I use the heavy ones because of the acoustic kit that I played on, so it felt better with those. Got a little bit more weight to my playing. But now that I don't have to play so hard, now I'm just like I feel like I'm holding back too much, but it's hard to not hold back from being used to playing the way I used to, because I don't know, it's just I'm still getting adjusted.
See, the thing is with me, I don't want to change the intensity of how I play, because I won't always play on a hybrid kit. Most of the times that I play, it'll be on an acoustic kit. And so if I'm playing in like a arena or somewhere where my sound needs to project, if I'm tapping on it, it's not gonna be a good look.
Yeah.
So I want to keep the same intensity throughout, whether it be electronic kit or a acoustic kit. It'll just help in the long run, I think, because the worst thing that I hate hearing is, I can't hear you, man, I can't hear you. And I hate that, yeah, I hate that.
Stop playing like you're playing jazz.
Exactly. Play it. And coming up, I mean, I've had so many mentors coming up, and naturally I didn't always, play the way that, quote unquote J4 plays. But I used to be timid, man. I used to not hit the drum. I would hit the drum, but not hit the rim shot with it as well. And
Yeah.
I wasn't full with it. And I mean, I've been kicked off of gigs before because I didn't play hard enough. And once that happened, that's when I went in the room and I just practice pocket, practice playing with intensity, practice playing to where, people could hear the drums and most of all feel the drums. And ever since then, it's just been, the way it's been.
Well, you came a long way, that's for sure. You sound solid, dude.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I like it.
He's a great drummer, amazing drummer. So I have 2 questions for 2 other amazing drummers here on Twitch. So we got Matt Scarfield with the question for J4mod. J4 rocks, he said. And I was curious to know about his linear drumming style and how he developed it.
So with the when I was telling Luna earlier, I didn't know what linear drumming was until I got to Twitch, and then people started putting that name associated with it. With linear, I mean, that's kind of hard to explain because I really play based off of what I hear, and then when I play, I try to make the drums as clean as possible inside of the record. So I don't want to be the guy who's like playing a record and those drums are not like in and out, but they're there. If that makes sense. I might be confusing people, but I want to be so in the music to where I feel like, where it feels like I'm a part of the music. And so I say that to say the reason why I don't play, since linear drumming is, I guess, not playing the 2 instruments at the same time, the reason why I do that is to be as clean as possible. And that's how I was brought up to play. So the guys that I watched growing up in church and the people that I watch still now, it's the same type of style, that same groove, that same pocket, that same in and out type style that gets the job done. And all these guys, they play, for talk shows and like The Voice and all that stuff. And I just mimicked them for years and like, okay, I want to do that, and kind of just put my own spin to it. And that's kind of how I started doing the linear drumming. I never really, I don't want to sound like, I don't want to sound cocky or anything, but I never practiced linear drumming because I didn't even know it was called linear drumming. I just practiced playing to a record, being as clean as possible, and in and out. That's how I describe it.
Well, I think it's an inborn gift. Like you said, you were like 2 or 3 years old when you already knew, when you heard a song, what was coming up next. And you were telling your dad, oh, like I can feel
Right.
the drums, So it's like, it's something in you that you've had, I guess, all along.
Exactly. I tell everybody, people ask like, how do you do this? How did you get so good? Blah, blah, blah. And it's literally a gift. I don't know how I do what I do on drums. I'm dead serious.
Like you become your drums when you're on there. It's just like you become
I'm telling you, I don't know how it happens. I don't know how I do the coordination. I don't know how, I'm able to, switch grooves on the spot. I don't know how I do it. I feel it. I hear it. I'm like, oh, I can do it. Let me just slide in there, and I just get in there, and I'm in there, and I get right back out. That's how I can explain it. I can't explain it any other way. But
it's magic.
yeah, it's a gift.
I'm like you. It's like when I start playing, like when people ask about like how do you do specific things, I'm like, I don't know. I just do it, dude.
Now, if someone asks me, how do I do a groove, I can explain the groove and the lick that I do. But as far as why I did it and my approach to it, it's just gospel is my foundation. I always tell people, if you can play gospel, you literally can play anything, literally, because I feel that gospel has so many genres intertwined in it, and from jump, we're trained to make that pedal move almost as fast or as fast as a double kick pedal. My dad told me coming up, he was like, hey, if you play double kick pedal, it's cheating. Now I know it's not really cheating, but he always instilled that in me, and I said, okay, well, I won't play it. I'll try to get as fast as I can with the kick, because people ask me about the kick too. They ask me what kick pedal I'm playing and how do I get the kick so fast. I've never practiced like kick exercises before in my life. It's all about the feel of the record. If the tempo is going like this, I'm going to do whatever I want to do and then make sure I land back on the one. So if that kick has to move faster than whatever, it's going to do that to get back on that one. And that's just how I can explain it. I don't
So you don't know like it was kind of like the question I wanted to throw out there too is your foot technique. Like, do you like swivel? Do you heel toe? Do you like
I don't
ankle
know.
it or?
I don't know what I do, man. To be
I
honest,
just do it.
I have a
I
I
don't know
have
how I do it.
a
I just do it. That's the
I'm
answer.
and
I don't know how
I
to do it.
hate
I
to
just do it.
say that, but that's literally how it is because I have a foot cam pedal. People who come on the stream know that, and so I mean they can tell me better than I can tell myself what technique I'm using on the foot pedal. I just do what I have to do to make a clean double, and just play what feels
Yeah, he
good.
feels it.
And yes, it's always been that way. I don't know, I don't know about technique. I don't know about the moving the foot here, back pedal, top. I don't know any of that. I just play. I
I
just
just
play.
play whatever's comfortable.
So the
Pretty
next
much.
question was from Raina Vandell, another drummer, and he's gonna be on the podcast. You guys see this handsome man right here, next to me right here. Do you remember the first fill you learned where you were and like was like, damn, I know I'm gonna overuse this for a while?
Ooh.
Did I say that right?
Hmm.
Okay.
Uh,
I try to put oomph into it. Into the question.
I
This
don't
nasty
remember.
feel. You're like, ooh.
I mean, it's definitely been times where I've surprised myself before, but I can't remember. I don't. Darn. It would have had to been when I was in high school playing in my parents' in my bedroom in my parents' house. I would practice to gospel music there, and that's when I would develop my chops. But I can't tell you exactly what field it was because with gospel chops, you're pretty much not doing the same thing a lot. You kind of just feeling where you want to go, trying to do something different, and it's all depending on how it fits in the music. So that's another thing I tell people too. I kind of base my feels off of the music that I'm playing. Like if I'm playing a groovy hip hop beat, I'm not going to just snap off and then come back to the one. It doesn't feel right. I'm a spread it out and then do whatever feels right. If that makes sense.
Yeah, Raina said, for me, it was like 15 and blasting so fast. And it felt like Travis Barker. Oh, so like, that's the thing with drummers. Like, once you have kind of like your set pattern or style, you evolve from that, right? Right in the beginning when you start playing. Do you feel like there's a particular style that you are more comfortable playing as a drummer? Like genre or
Uh, my
style?
my most comfortable style in drumming or in genre is I would say hip hop because with hip hop I love playing hip hop because with that genre I really can like you know practice is how I call it. I can experiment. I'll say that because I can experiment with time. I can experiment with with the kick. Doing 3 kicks or 2 kicks or 4 kicks and land. It's just a lot of stuff you can do because it's so much open space that you can experiment with. And if I can get another genre, it would be funk. Funk is that
Gotta have that
genre is
funk.
just oh my god that genre just moves me. I don't know what it is about it, but that I don't know that drive to it just I as soon as I hear a funk song, a plethora of different ideas just come in my head. Literally based off of whatever the bass player is
Nothing to meddle with, I can never be delicate. Mind irrelevant, that depends how you measure it. Take a measurement and back it up and give me the evidence. Pretty evident, dependable can never be president. I'm a gentleman, depending on if I think you're genuine. Pretty evident, but not afraid to tell you to get it. With proper etiquette, I keep it to myself when I celebrate. It's that time again, but it grab your balloons and invite your friends. Seat belts back on, yeah, strap them in. Look at me, everybody, I'm smiling big. On a road right now that I can't predict. Tell me tone that down, but I can't resist. Y'all know that sound, better raise your fist. The surf begins, we're back, so enjoy the trip.
Woo! That was something.
Oh yeah.
That's all. That artist, MF, he's nice.
Yeah, when I first heard
It's a
him, my brother
message.
showed me him.
And then Luna showed it to me too.
Yeah, and I showed it
remember.
to Yen a while back. I was like, yeah, this guy can actually spit. Like he's so
Exactly.
good. You
And
know?
he doesn't curse. I like that too. He spits like, from what I've heard, he spits fire, but he doesn't curse. So
No, yeah, he's a clean rapper, but he spits about life, you know, and like stuff that he's
Message.
gone through, and yeah.
right.
We need more of that. That's what we need. Like when it
Thank you.
comes to, because now we talked about this before. Like I've like all genres. You guys know I'm from New York City, so like everything here is hype, from like rock to rap to R&B to jazz, everything, funk, you know, fusion music. So I have a really open mind, and good music is good music, but I also do feel like if you can use your platform as a message, any genre, then it could be really impactful, because it's actually sending a message with that platform and responsibility. And when it comes to a lot of rappers and R&B stars, you know, having a message, and also like what you said, he's clean. He doesn't have to, you know, cuss or anything like that, but yet he's still talking about the message in this song is about the music industry, right? Like they want to control how you project your image and what
Exactly.
you're rapping about, and it has to be about, you know, bitches or whatever, and like your
Exactly.
side hoes and all this shit, right?
Right.
So like this is what it should be. This is like the kind of stuff that because it could be something that you could show somebody. He's like, look, this is an example of what it could be, instead of what people have that preconceived notion or like thoughts of what it all is, all of it. And it's not all about that, about cars,
Exactly.
about bitches and all that stuff. And it doesn't have to be, right? It could be a positive message. So this is what I like about that. So that's why when Luna showed me that, I was like, yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean, you know, because I am a rocker at heart, but like I grew up in like an urban neighborhood, so I had everything around me, and I can appreciate everything. So when I hear that, I'm like, yes, that's finally, like, let's get some more of that, you know, a message,
Exactly.
and a clean
Because
message.
these artists, they don't know, you know, how much power and influence they have over
Right.
the population. And if
And
they're
young-
just saying, you know, it's okay to sleep with this girl and have a wife, or okay to sleep with this girl and have a girlfriend, or okay just to sleep around, or you know, smoke, do weed, kill somebody, shoot a
Popping
gun,
pills,
whatever,
all this crap.
rob, you know, loot, whatever. It's just, it's a bad message, and they
Yeah.
should be held accountable for that, because they have a huge influence on people.
Yeah, they set a trend.
Exactly. That is okay to, you know, that's called being cool in their eyes, you know.
And it's not
Yes.
cool. This is cool. Like
Yes.
having a positive message and keeping it clean too, because it's influential to society and young kids that are like the ones listening to this, you know. And
Exactly. Yeah.
thank you so much for sharing that, because a lot of people in chat, you guys, what do you think? Let's see what you guys are saying in chat. Let me see.
Oh,
Let's hold on.
I found the group that I was talking about. It's Wolftech,
Oh, okay. Okay.
the Corey Wan,
Yeah.
and the bassist was Joe Dart.
I think the drummer is Nate, right? Nate Smith.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah.
His right hand.
It's so fast. and it's so consistent too. Like when he's playing those grooves on the hats and the snare, that right hand doesn't stop. Like he
No.
he just keeps going.
I tried like playing along with him, and I got tired like the first 4 quarters in. I'm like, I can't do this any longer. Two-handed.
Yeah, everybody's loving you, J4mod. Raina Vandal, another drummer here on Twitch, said J4 always smashes it, man. Thank you for having him as a guest.
Appreciate
It's
you, man.
nice to hear Adam talk. Yeah, because right, he's always in his own like groove and in his experience, so that's why you don't get to hear him talk. But I really love that he was able to sit down with us and give us that time and space and tell us, because I didn't know you. Wow, like, so I don't think I asked you before, what was your first drum kit like as a child? Because you started young. I forgot to ask you that one.
Right. So, well, my first drum set that I got when I was 12, but the one that I grew up playing on was my dad's, and it was a white pearl, and
You did
it had
mention
like
that.
right, it had like 8 pieces to it. But my first drum set, it was a piece of crap. It was what was it? It was a black drum set, and it was God, I can't remember. It was a pearl, but it was like the lowest of the lowest, I guess, class of a pearl. It was a piece of crap. But what I liked about it was, I could, tune it. And so the drums looked like crap, but they sounded good because, at an early age, I learned how to tune. And people ask me that about the stream too. They ask me how, or if the sounds that you guys hear on the stream are actually the original sounds from the module. And I always say, yeah, they are, but I tuned them. So this is no like diss to Roland or whatnot, but when I first got this module, the sounds were horrible. I could not find a snare sound that I liked, that was poppy, that was clean. I couldn't find a tom that would like sing. What I mean by sing, I mean like you hit it, it's like ding, 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 ding. I love that sound. I couldn't get it from the stock sounds, and I looked further, and I'm like, oh, I can like tune it. I'm like, well, let me try to tune it. And it took me a while because, it's not like regular drums, but I got it. And once I got it, I locked it in. Haven't changed since. So me learning how to tune at a young age, my dad taught me, helped me out. And that's why I say I never knew about, what this guy's playing, what snare he's playing, what kit he's playing. I knew the manufacturer, like if it's a Tama or a Pearl or a DW or a Ludwig. But as far as like the model and all that, I can care less. As long as it sounds good, then that's all I care about.
Well, I mean, it goes to show you that the drummer makes the kit. Not always is the kit making the drummer, because you can have an amazing setup, but it's you guys that make the music, and you feel the music.
Even like on a kit that isn't like set up nicely or has good skins or tuned properly, like you can still create something good out of that. Like
Yes.
you personally would be like cringing every time you hit it, but like everyone else that hears it, they're gonna be like, "Oh man, that sounds good." You're like, "But really, no."
Yeah, New
And my
York
dad
City, you
always
see
told
it
me
a
that.
lot. Yeah.
Right. My dad told me that coming up. He said it's not about the kid, it's about the drummer. Like you can make a bad kick sound good. I'm like, what do you mean? Like it has to sound good. It's like no, you can make it sound good. It's all about your playing. If you focus on your playing and getting your playing up to par, that kit might sound like crap, but those grooves ain't gonna sound like crap.
If
I'm
you're
like,
good.
okay.
Yeah, because we were talking about that one day. Well, I'm not gonna mention that, but like I've met drummers that have been like kind of hesitant about certain kits and things like that, and also being live and feeling like their sound isn't perfect, or but I do feel like if you're a solid drummer, that's true. Like Mike Mangini, that one clip that you showed me, Luna,
I was playing on buckets and stuff.
yeah, he was playing. I think it was on a podcast. I forgot the lady's name, but oh my God, that's a dream right there. So she was interviewing him, and she had literally like pots, pans, like those buckets that you turn paint with and stuff like that, like mop buckets, like and trash can lids and all kinds of stuff for like the cymbals. And man, like he made that sound like amazing. Like we were just like, what the hell? And it was
Yeah,
just insane.
So I guess the reference on that. Now, don't get me wrong. Sound is important when it comes to music. I definitely, if I got a good sound, I'm gonna play really good. But thing is, what some drummers kind of mess up on is, even if they get to a gig and they got a bad kit, them hearing that different sound than what they're used to is going to mess up the entire gig, because they're not going to play exactly how they would play on their kit, and that's bad because you never know who's watching you. And so it could be that same exact day that some guy comes up looking for a drummer, and you might have the talent, you might have the skill, you might even have the personality to fit well with whatever that gig is about, but since you're so focused on this kit sounding like crap, you're not playing to your full potential, and that's bad. That's why on my streams, when I get off, I'm sweating like crazy, because I never know who's on the other side of the screen looking at me. And if I'm out here just patty caking around, playing anything, and just playing it any kind of way, I can lose out on a potential gig, and I don't want to do that. So
yeah, you want to
always
be
play like
professional.
somebody's watching.
Yeah, you want to showcase professionalism.
Exactly.
And be up 100%. When you're playing, no matter what you're doing, you want to make sure you're doing it to the best of your capability.
Yep, exactly. And a lot of people, from drummers to any musician, I think they stray away from that. They don't recall that or remember that, and that's very important. If you're serious about it, and I've always been serious about it. So some people aren't as serious as other people, but if you're serious about it, play like it's your last time playing. If you do that, you'll be good.
See, word to the wise. Goose Chase is like, it's the same with guitar. Even how you pick makes a difference in tone. It isn't just the gear. If you can play, you can make any guitar scream.
Right.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I definitely agree.
Yeah, that's totally true.
yeah. When you're playing like gigs, like say in New York, when they have those house kits, and not a lot of those house kits are good kits.
Yeah.
They probably didn't change those skins for like 2 years. The stands are missing lug nuts and all that stuff, and
Well,
like
it depends
I come
on the
prepared
venue.
too. Like I come prepared. I bring my own box of screws, nuts, felts, dampeners. Because you never know when you're gonna need something like that. And you go to a place that has nothing, and you're resting your cymbals on like metal, and there's no there's nothing to sit it on. So like you have to have backup.
Definitely true. I've definitely been in that situation before where I wasn't as prepared as you, Luna, but definitely came there with a jacked up drum set, cymbals cracked, the snare stand is missing a leg or whatnot, so you have to prop it up on a chair.
Oh no!
They had no
throne. It was like a
exactly, no throne. So you get I've done that before. I forgot my throne at the house and got to a gig and had to play on a either a chair or one of those bar chairs. So you learn to adapt whenever you when you're coming up playing drums, but it's not fun, but it's good though. I've forgotten both of my rack toms, and I've only played on a floor tom before, which was really cool because one thing I like to do is I like to take the drums away and then play the same track that I would play to with all the drums, and then see what I can create, because I don't want to be so what's the word? I don't want to be so I don't want to be so reliant on each individual drum to make the music come to life. The main drums I think you need to really have a solid foundation is the kick, snare, and hi-hat. If you got those two, you can do a gig. No matter what gig it is, you can do a gig. And I feel like these other ones are just extra. They just add icing to the cake. And so if you think like that, I think that'll help you too as well as a drummer.
Love it. I think that's important. And J4mod, I wanted to ask you, for anyone that's a new streamer or a new drummer, what's your best advice for people that want to start streaming on Twitch?
Ooh, streaming on Twitch. Don't get discouraged. It's going to take some time. Fight the good fight.
Fight the good fight.
Fight the good fight. That's a good one. All right then. So we're gonna close up with, you guys know it. You guys know the 12 songs of the soundtrack of your life, which is usually consist of, you know, songs of your childhood, songs of maybe your teenage years, the first song that you really nailed, that you were like, yes, I finally got that one down, or anything that you really love, like right now, like the last song you played. So I want to know J4mod's soundtrack of your life. What are your 12 most influential and special songs in your life? Go.
So if we go to like the childhood songs, it's gonna be all gospel. So one of them is "Jesus Be a Fence" by Fred Hammond. When I heard that song and I heard Calvin Rogers, the way he executed that song, as far as like his timing, the perfection of his tone of his drums, and just what his placement in the music as well. That song impacted me for sure. The next one would be "I've Got My Mind Set Up" by Donnie McClurkin, another gospel song. It has a Caribbean feel to it, and you guys know I like soca, I like Caribbean, I like that type of music because it's groovy, and you know I just love it. And then my next one would be "Hosanna" by Kirk Franklin. When I heard that song, that's when I knew drums could sound good, because whoever tuned those drums in that song had those drums like I call it singing on the record. Those drums sounded so good. The toms sounded so good. They just cut straight through. Love that song. Songs that impacted my life. John Mayer, "Gravity." When I heard that and I heard Steve Jordan, every snare hit that guy did, he would hit the snare and the bass drum at the same time. I felt like he was just I don't know, just smacking me, waking me up, because it was so clean on the record. That song definitely impacted me. Another one would be Corey Henry. It's called "Na Na Na." So it's "na na 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 na." That song that he did, it was like a little melody type thing he was doing on organ, really churchy. I love church music, so that one was a good one. Coldplay, "Fix You." That song was good. That impacted me. Love songs would be, okay, so coming up, when I first heard "Free Fallin'," I did not know it was by Tom Petty. The first time I heard "Free Fallin'," I heard John Mayer's version. So
okay.
John Mayer's version of "Free Fallin'" I love. Tom Petty's is cool, but it's not like John Mayer's. So
How could you? How could you say
oh,
that?
I'm sorry. I don't know if I offended somebody, but that's just another John Mayer song was "Slow Dancing in a Burning Room." That one was a good one. "Your Body's a Wonderland." Oh, that was a really good one for a love song by John Mayer. And this new guy I just found out about. His name is Ben Rector. The name of the song is "Love Like This." That's a really good song. Some of the songs I'm currently listening to is a band called the Cinematic Orchestra. It's called Horizon. Really, really groovy type groove the drummer's doing. And another one is by Vashon Mitchell, who's a gospel artist, called "Lift It Up." And again, Calvin Rogers is on the drums, just making everybody feel, you know, bad that they play drums. But it sounded really good. So those are my 12 songs, you know,
What a
that I have.
list. Wow. Amazing. And I love that you are really influenced by, you know, like all these gospel songs from your childhood. So it really shows your heart and your soul is in your music, and also in spiritually you're, you know, in tuned. And I think that has a lot to do with how you play, you know? So it's like what you said when you were little, how you felt the music and it just came to you, and it's something like almost like a spiritual experience.
Yeah.
So
I'll never forget it. I literally driving in the car, and I knew exactly when the drummer was gonna, you know, hit the snare or what he was gonna do, and I thought it was really weird, like almost scary. And I asked my dad about it, and he's like, "You just might be a drummer," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, well."
Whatever that means, sure. It was just
Well, that's
play
that.
drums then.
Right. So, you know.
I can relate. Yeah, DJ Phoenix can relate. He's also Christian. I don't know if it's Christian or Catholic, but I know he's Christian. But yeah, it's awesome because there's so many streamers that come into the stream and tell me their stories, and it's beautiful to hear that, you know, that there's still people out there that are connected to that also, and feel that that's really strong in their heart. So that's a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah, like Goose last week, he had a Buddhist death metal band. Like, who would have
Nice.
thunk? Who would have thunk?
Right?
You know? But I love that. I freaking love that. I loved it. I'm still gonna I'm hoping that I can hear something of that from you, Goose. I'm still waiting. But yeah, I really loved having you on tonight's podcast. I really learned a lot about you, and it just gave
Thank you.
everyone a chance to actually, you know, hear more about you, because you, like you said, you, like, when you're in your zone and you're playing, you're in your zone, and you don't talk that much on your streams.
Right. I try to tell the stream that that's how I am. I mean, if you guys have a question during the stream, I'll gladly answer it. But you know, as far as like just opening up conversation, I mean, at the end of the day, you're here to watch me play drums, I would think. So I just play drums.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm always
Makes
open to
total sense.
Discord if you want to talk about drums, or we have a channel in the Discord, Drum Knowledge. If you guys have any questions or anything that I can possibly help with when it comes to drums or anything else, open book. I can here to listen.
Oh, this man. Ask him questions.
Right.
Show him some love. Let's get him to partner in 5 months.
Yeah, so yeah, that's his
That'd be
goal,
awesome.
guys. He wants to reach partner by the summertime, midsummer, because his birthday is July 24th, right? Did I remember that?
Yeah. July
Okay.
24th. Yep.
Yes. All right, so July 24th, guys, we're going to have to, like, really show him some extra support, some extra love. And I know we could do it. I know in the community there's a lot of drummers, there's a lot of musicians that it's like when one person is really going for it, it's like everyone is like, this is the dude. Let's get him there. Let's get him. And you'll see like people pushing people into partners, and then it's like, okay, who we're going to hit up next? Who we're going to like help? And this is community. This is what happens. And that's why we get there. Together we get there. And then we help the next person and the next person. And that's the beauty of community. And I really believe that. And the drum community is super strong. And they all love each other. Yeah, you can do anything with metal, Phoenix. Yeah, I mean, apparently Buddhist and death metal get married with Goose, and he created something. So
There's gospel metal, I'm sure.
yes, there is, right?
I would actually be interested to hear that.
Luna was in a Christian rock band. If you
It was a Christian rock, yeah.
if you guys didn't know,
Alright.
FYI. Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty much where I had my foundations of like learning how to groove more, because like they were rock, but they weren't like, because I was built off of progressive metal and progressive rock, and I was so closed in playing. I was more playing like on the beat and like ahead of the beat. They wanted me to play behind the beat a little bit more, so that it gives it more of a drag in a sense, but keep a groove. And that was their thing, which opened up my capabilities of playing. And then he said, like, loosen up, like wail your arms out, don't be so tight, just
Tight with it,
wail
yeah.
it, loosen it. I was too afraid to hit the drums and stuff, and they opened me up to be like cracking cymbals left and right. So
Oh yeah. I think we all go through that coming up. We're kind of just shy and timid with our playing, and it takes somebody else to either one yell at us, throw us off a gig, or just sit down with us and instill that we need to change stuff if we want to be serious and progress in our craft. And I definitely appreciate those people. Definitely.
All right,
well, you're a
guys,
solid drummer.
Thank you.
This is your last chance. You know he doesn't talk so much in his stream. So if there's any last questions, put it in the chat. I give you 2 minutes while I look for another person to go show some love to. Let's see who we can go to. And also, J4mod, if there's anyone that you would like to raid or suggest as a raid, let me know. I believe in your suggestions, because, I mean, you're an awesome person, awesome drummer.
Who is on?
All
Oh, and who does your emotes?
Oh yeah, your email.
A guy off of Fiverr.
Hmm.
Oh, you're not the first one to say that.
Yeah, we I was new to the whole emote deal, and I went on Fiverr, found this guy, and I think he's Asian, I believe, and he's really talented. So I only request him to do any of my emotes. I like his work. So.
Do you have any more slots?
No, that's the thing. I have more I want to put out, but I have no more slots. I don't know how that works either. I don't know if you have to.
I'm pretty sure you hit over. Like, how many subs do you currently have?
I have 200 something.
Oh yeah, dude, you have plenty of tier 1 slots available now. As
really?
an affiliate, you should have 1, 2, 3,
5, right?
4, 5. Yeah, 5 on tier 1.
Yeah, I've used all 5.
Yeah.
Then you have your tier 2 and your tier 3.
Well, I have the tier 2. I don't have one for tier 3.
Oh, that's why. Okay. And then
Oh,
you
so
have
I need to put one for tier 3, then I can get more slots for tier 1?
No. So tier 3 is just the one, but then you'll have more for your emotes as well. Not emotes, bit. So like you can do bit unlocks, and you can have emotes for your bits,
Oh, okay.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, so Raina Vandell said, "Thank you for being you, J4mod. It's always great to watch you play."
Appreciate you, Raina. Thank you, man.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I don't know if you guys know Andrew Core, but he's another drummer here on Twitch. He's nice. He's a good guy.
Andrew, okay, how do you spell it? Because I don't think I follow him, and I thought I followed like most of the drummers.
So it's ANDREW, and then Core, CORE.
Core. Okay. Do I follow him? I don't think I do. If I don't, then there's a problem we're gonna have to fix, because I'll follow him. Let's see.
Also, Toopy's on too. But Andrew, he's a nice guy. He's good people.
And oh yeah, I don't. Oh, solid. It looks good in there. Wait, I do follow him, or I don't think I do, but it's weird. It's not in my feed. All right, so let's go show some love then. Kaylee. So guys, it was a pleasure to have J4mod. Everybody, make sure to make sure that I'm getting the right name. Right, I don't want to do the wrong one. And next week we have
Raina Vandell.
It's
Oh,
Dutch Rocker.
Dutch Rocker.
Guys, that's gonna be awesome. Dutch Rocker is awesome. So that's
Get my days mixed up.
No, the next drummer will be Raina Vandell.
Next drummer, yeah.
Next drummer,
He's in
but Dutch
February, right?
Rocker
First
is
week of February.
Dutch
February
Rocker
1st
is
is
amazing.
Dutch Rocker, yeah.
Okay.
Raina Vandell is February 7th.
7th. Okay.
All right, guys, I appreciate you. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. This has been a really hard week, and then this week is gonna be hard, but with music and love and community, I'm getting through it. So I just want to say I appreciate you guys, and these streams really are really helping, and they're really amazing, and we're getting to know each streamer more and more. And J4mod, thank you so much for giving us this time and space. And yeah, go follow him, go show him some love, give him a sub, and also remember, we got to get him to partner by July 24th. That's the goal.
Cool. Thank you guys for having me. This was awesome. I enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed having you. Thank you so much. And next week we got the amazing Dutch Rocker, so that's gonna be hype. See He's so fun. He is so super fun. Okay, you're gonna have fun. You're gonna love him. If you don't follow him, please go follow him. I'll be in his streams all week, whenever he goes live, and I'll be hanging out there too, like I always do. All right, guys, let's go show some love to Andrew Core. Can you put the raid command, please? Somebody that's mod, put the raid command. So go show some love. Go spam the raid command. And yeah, so let's do it. And thanks everybody for being here, and lots of love and light to you guys, and I'll see you on the next stream. Love you.